Chris,
What happened?
What's that?
So what happened in the disagreement with you and Coach?
Yeah, it's just, I mean, this is a passionate game. It is, and I love Coach Mora, and we're both extremely passionate people, and we're both defensive-minded people. So unfortunately, it happened. I should have handled it better. I should have handled it better is what it comes down to.
Did you hear him say something that made you unhappy?
Yeah, I mean, we're good, bad, indifferent. There's always a response from both of us, you know, especially when the defense is on the field, you know. So it's a thing where I just responded in the wrong way. I should have responded better.
When did you realize, hey, that was a mistake, I better turn around and go back and do my job?
About 30 seconds into it.
You actually handed him your play card, right?
Yeah.
What was that? Was that symbolic of something? Did you want him to, was it like you called the plays?
I'm not sure exactly. I was in a moment of, obviously I lost a little control. I can't do that. That's not a good message for my players. I got to handle it better. You know, my strength is my passion. My weakness is my passion too at times.
But don't you want that as a coach? You don't want that filter, like, you know, pretty much blue-collar coach on the side.
Right.
You want that passion, don't you?
Well, that's unfortunately, like it or hate it, that's kind of what I am. You know, I try to be honest with the coaches and the players and be honest with you guys. At times there is no filter. And maybe I need to start developing a filter. Maybe I need to start to control my emotions a little bit better. I know on the sideline of a game, though, I shouldn't respond that way.
A lot of the players were looking on and watching kind of confused. Did they ask you any questions about it, or did you guys address it with them after the game?
No, it's one of those things where we're both such passionate people. You know, he's so passionate and I'm so passionate. They see that fire from us. And like I said, it was a weakness today from my standpoint. But it can be a strength at times too for our players because they know there's just no crap with us. There's no bullshit with us. You know, they get to see the honest truth. You know, and I think the majority of times that's a positive thing. Today it wasn't, obviously, but it can be a positive thing for sure because we're both very honest. If we got a problem with you, you know about it. You know, and we deal with it right there. We're not the type of coaches or people that talk behind each other's back and let things linger, and you know we deal with it.
But go back to your playing days. If you were a player seeing that, it could send a message of, they care of their coaches. It could send a message of, this is chaotic. We don't have any control here.
Yeah, I think had we followed that up with some erratic behavior and erratic play calling, and we had kind of lost control, maybe that would have been the message. The fact that we both got composed, he got composed, I got composed, we recovered, got back into the game plan, went back to the sideline, started working our adjustments, and you know I think that to our players, you know, they're accustomed to the passion. They're not accustomed to the passion in that sort of setting and that sort of outburst, and I mean at the end of the day, I got to put it on my own shoulders. I got to respond better.
Did you guys say anything to each other at halftime?
I mean, nothing beyond the normal, just talking about adjustments, talking about, you know, showing up the defense.
When were you told about the TVs?
About 7 minutes ago.
Do you now hate television?
Honestly, you know, I tell this to my players all the time. Like, this coaching thing, for me, is like the cream. You know, my dream was to play, and I'm just trying to create the best opportunities for my players. That's all I'm trying to do. So I could care less. Honestly, I might like you guys individually, but I could care less about the public perception. I really could. Maybe that's a flaw of mine. Maybe it's not. I care about the coaches I coach with. I care about those players in that locker room, and I just want to put them in the best position to be successful. I want to put them in a position where they can fulfill all their dreams. I got to fulfill my dream, and whenever I let them down, whenever we play like that, I feel like it was my fault. I really do. And you know, at the end of the day, I gotta help them with better calls. I gotta help them with better preparation, and I just gotta keep working. And that's because that's all I know.
The 6-game mark.
How do you take a negative and turn it into a positive after this loss?
I mean, adversity is always an opportunity to grow, always an opportunity to get better. You know, so we came out, we didn't play as well as we wanted to, obviously, and we got to fix it. You know, and I'm going to be the first one that points the finger at myself. You know, and and I'm going to continue to do that, and I'm going to continue to work and try harder and get this thing remedied.
Is there anything major you guys think you need to overhaul defensively, or is it mostly small stuff here and there?
You know, we tried to be on the simpler side, you know, probably more of an NFL approach that way. You know, the NFL defenses, I mean, shoot, Seattle Seahawks ran 3 defenses really in the Super Bowl. You know, it's simple, it's fundamental. Tried to embrace that, you know, and I just got to give them more options is what it comes down to. It's always on me. It's never on these guys, you know, and as exotic and as, you know, some of these collegiate offenses are very, they're just tricky because there's a lot of different stuff to them, and sometimes when you're really fundamental and you're disciplined, you know, I just got to. At the end of the day, it comes down to me. I just got to give them more options. Is what I got to do.
How do you? I know you were talking about you guys being passionate and having fire. How would you diagnose your teams, especially the defense, their passion, their fire, especially in that second half? They came out 21 unanswered points for Oregon.
Right. I mean, we got to be better than that, and it starts with me. Especially versus the run. It's something that our group takes enormous pride in, stopping the run, and didn't do that today effectively, not well enough by any means. So we got to fix it. You know, whether that's just becoming, I don't know, more disciplined in our run gaps and our run fits, and at the same time me giving them a little bit more variety so we're not as predictable.
Wrap it up, guys. We got Coach Mazzoni over here. So one more over here.
The lack of pass rush pressure against an Oregon team that given up 12 sacks the last 2 weeks.
Well, they threw the ball 19 times. We never stopped the run. We never got them into enough pass rushing situations, you know? I mean, that's what it comes down to. You know, you get them into third and long situations, you can rush the passer. We didn't get enough of those opportunities. Yeah, we didn't.
When you look at